So I'll bring you both in on this one. So I want each one of your opinion. Obviously, we talked a little bit about Jordan Travis coming back last week. This week it was Trey Benson and Tatum Bethune both coming back. So I'm going to ask you guys both. Which one is the more important player coming back? Is it more important that Trey Benson is coming back, or is it more important that Tatum Bethune is coming back?
Go ahead and give me. Well, I like the Florida State's running back room, but Trey Benson we've seen can change the game for Florida State, and there was signs to Treshaun Ward. I think we're going to get to a point this offseason we're going to try to figure out who's better, who's this. I think Trey Benson has put himself to where, he's RB1. But on the defensive side, Tatum Bethune has played a big-time factor there just because of the experience. He's getting coached by Randy Shannon. Those two have a close connection. He told us that played a big part in him staying. And it really wasn't a shock to anybody, though, that he would be leaving. I know that you got the NIL capabilities now and the opportunities there, which has been, will be a big discussion over the offseason. That Florida State's really elevating that part. But, Tatum Bethune, I think, is a big time piece there, but you still got a few guys behind him. I think Florida State's going to try to flip this Virginia linebacker, which will help that rim. I really, really, really like Omar Graham Jr. guys. I really excited for him, but I think Trey Benson's obviously the bigger one here. I mean, the way that he's played, the way that he's made people flip their minds like that is phenomenal. It's going to be a really fun storyline once his career is over at Florida State, just from going back to when people absolutely hated that Florida State and Mike Norvell took him. I mean, there was pure hatred and threads, discussion boards, Twitter. It was atrocious. And just to see what Mike Norvell and Coach Yak were able to evaluate when they brought him in to do his workout, and to see what he's done now. And once he got that rust off, to see, this guy is a true starting running back. I think that's a bigger piece in my opinion. But Tatum Bethune, of course, is a huge addition back.
Logan, I am shocked that you would say Florida State fans would fly off the handle over a move. I am shocked that you would say that FSU Twitter would go crazy. That's the most shocking thing Logan's ever said. James, what do you think?
Well, in their defense, I mean, we took a guy with one leg the year before, and we see it didn't really work out. They didn't do due diligence.
This guy loved that move. This guy right there loves
Which
that
one?
move.
Which one?
December 2020, Logan loved the McKenzie.
I know you keep on saying that. I was at these scrimmages. So the scrimmages were open. Just so Jason, because Jason lied. This is a lie from Jason. I went to after I saw those scrimmages. I don't know if James was there either, but I said, there's no way in hell McKenzie Milton's starting at Florida State unless Jordan Travis gets hurt or something. Jordan Travis is light years ahead of McKenzie Milton. He should have never. I don't think it was a great take at all. I think it was a terrible take.
I only brought that in because that's why fans were a little upset. We're like, can we? Because I remember some of the jokes were, is it okay if we take guys with two legs? Is it okay if we take some guys who aren't hurt? But I would say Tatum Bethune, and here's my reason. Is not to discount anything that Trey Benson did. Trey Benson's amazing. Arguably, I would even go as far as saying he's a strong 1.5. I can't say 1B because Jordan Travis is the offense. But I will say he is the next best weapon on our offense outside of Jordan Travis. But with Trey Benson, the way that he's running, Treshaun Ward, the way he was running before he got hurt, Lawrence Toafili, even down to CJ Campbell, you've got running backs who have all produced. Mm-hmm. In that linebacker room, we saw Kalen DeLoach take a step forward in 2021. We saw him play even better now that he had somebody else right next to him playing at a high level. We haven't seen this level of linebacker play in quite some time. And if we were to lose him and only have Kalen, now you're having a hope that Omar Graham matures extremely fast. You're having a hope that DJ Lundy is going to be able to come in, and even though he played, again, exponentially better than he played last year, he's still not the fleetest of foot when it comes to coverage and some of the other things. So having Tatum Bethune, bringing in Latimer, looking kid from the program from out on the West Coast, our linebacker that I like. I hope he wears 44. Like, that's like our white linebacker number. I can't. Anyways, our linebacker commit from Cali. And then if we can flip this kid from Virginia, I think now all of a sudden you've got some depth in your linebacker room and you've got development. Development comes from playing, also comes from not having to throw people in the fire like too quick. And I get it. We see Alabama, we see Georgia, we see these other guys play really, really quick, but that's in spots. Like they'll either have a veteran D line and then now they can go play a phenom freshman or sophomore. Like we're better and we're good, but we're not in that upper echelon yet. And I think as we keep guys a little bit longer, keep developing them, keep bringing in quality talent, it will be sooner than later. But I like that. I like the Tatum Bethune pick. Tatum Bethune staying a little bit more than I like the Trey Benson.
Yeah, mine. I'm going to agree with you, James, on that one. Mine with Tatum Bethune is this, and I said last week I had talked to his father before at Miami Central State semifinal game when they played St. Pete Lakewood, and he said that he was a strong lean towards coming back for another year because he wanted to be a part of it, that he believes in the program and what Florida State is doing. My reason for Tatum Bethune is this, going along what James said. If God forbid Trey Benson gets hurt, if God forbid something happens to him, like you said, we still got Trayshawn Ward. We still, he's healthy. We've got Lawrence Toafili. We've got guys in the running back room who can pick up the load. We've been doing this show with Mark Rogers, the voice of college football, for over 3.5 years. And a common denominator for a lot of that time has been the woes of the offensive line and the problems in the linebacker room. We have not had to mention anything negative about that linebacker room for a majority of this season, and Tatum Bethune is the reason for that. Tatum Bethune came in here. Tatum Bethune had the work ethic, he had the determination, and he bought in to this movement. Plus, it's another Miami guy, and I know that drives Logan crazy because he hates all players from south of I-4. So it's fine.
Can't stand any of them. Too much talent.
I know. It's fine. It's fine.